Hello friends, I am Dr. P. A. Patil, working as Professor and Head of Mechanical Engineering Department at JSPM's Jaywantrao Sawant College of Engineering, Hadapsar, Pune. I am also a member of Board of Studies at Savitribai Phule, Pune University, that is SPPU. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the most important component of refrigeration system, that is refrigerant compressors. Refrigerant compressors are regarded as a heart of refrigeration system. The main function of refrigerant compressor is to increase the boiling point of refrigerant so that the refrigerant get condensed at the available cooling medium. There are two important classes of refrigerant compressors: positive displacement compressor and non-positive displacement compressor. Positive displacement compressors have a variable volume chambers where the volume decreases during compression process, while non-positive displacement compressors have a fixed volume chambers where the pressure is increased due to conversion of kinetic energy into a pressure energy. As far as positive displacement compressors are concerned, they are further subclassified into reciprocating compressor and rotary positive displacement compressor. In case of reciprocating compressor, the refrigerant is compressed with the help of piston cylinder assembly. Reciprocating compressors are available in different configurations. Compressors are single cylinder or multi-cylinder. Sometimes, depending upon the requirement, the compression may done in stages. So refrigerant compressors are single stage compressor as well as multi-stage compressor. Rotary positive displacement compressor had different types, mainly between the two screw members from the suction to the discharge. This is the sectional view of screw compressor. In scroll compressor, the refrigerant is compressed in between the two scroll members. One scroll member is fixed, other is orbiting in that. This is the sectional view of scroll compressor. Vane compressor, where the refrigerant is trapped in between vanes and casing, and due to eccentric motion of the rotor, the volume decreases when it advances from suction to the discharge. This is the sectional view of vane compressor. Similarly, rolling piston compressor, where instead of vanes, the roller is used and the roller rotates eccentrically inside the casing, where due to the eccentric motion of the roller, the volume of the casing decreases when it advances from suction to the discharge. This is the sectional view of the rolling piston compressor. Reciprocating compressors are mainly suitable for low temperature application like refrigeration, where the pressure ratio requirement is more. That's why in most of the refrigeration application you will find a positive displacement compressor. In non-positive displacement compressors, they are further classified into a turbo compressor and ejector compressors. Turbo compressors are further classified into a centrifugal compressor and axial flow compressor. In case of centrifugal compressor, refrigerant enters axially. Impeller imparts the kinetic energy to the refrigerant, so the kinetic energy of refrigerant increases. That kinetic energy is converted into pressure energy in the casing of in the diffuser section of the casing, and the pressure is increased. These compressors are especially suitable for high flow rate and low pressure ratio like air conditioning application. Axial flow compressor, where the refrigerant enters axially and leaves axially. So these compressors are also regarded as a high-speed compressors. These compressors are especially used in aircraft industries, where the axial flow compressor is already available for the power generation. Ejector compressors, they are also called as a thermocompressor, where with the help of high pressure stream, the high velocity is generated, and this high velocity is responsible to suck the refrigerant from the evaporator. So mixing takes place in the mixing chamber, and that mixture is compressed in the diffuser section. So these compressors are the potential substitute to the conventional compressors, because these compressors work on low grade energy. So non-positive displacement compressors are especially suitable for air conditioning application, where the requirement of flow rate is more with the small pressure ratios. So compressors are further classified into depending upon the layout, like open type compressors and semi-hermetic compressors. In semi-hermetic compressors, the compressor and motor are assembled in one unit. These compressors can be dismantled for repair work. Hermetical seal compressors, where compressor and motor are assembled in one unit and they are a permanent joint of the two shells. These compressors are not repairable. This is a cut section view of hermetical seal compressor, where the compressor is at the bottom and motor is at the top. Another type of compressor, that is a swash plate type compressor. These compressors are used in automobiles, in four-wheelers or large heavy vehicles. So these are the most compact type of compressors, where the multiple piston cylinder assembly are fitted on the swatch plate, and with the help of movement of swatch plate, the suction of fluid taking place and compression is taking place. The range of capacity covered by various compressors are shown in the graph. A reciprocating compressor covers the maximum range. These compressors are available from the fraction capacity to the medium capacity like 1000 kilowatt. Screw compressors and turbo compressors, they are available from medium capacity to high capacity. Rolling piston, scroll compressor and rotary compressors, they have some limited use. They are especially used for the small capacity and medium capacity. At the end of this particular lecture, you should be able to illustrate different classes of the compressor, working principle of refrigerant compressors, and also you should be able to describe the capacity range of compressors. Thank you very much.